Hi, I'm Vanessa. You might know me from a series of videos that I make under the name Pen Gangsta. Well, today I'm here to show you what I'm going to make for my entry for the Estabrook sticker contest. That's right, Estabrook is hosting a contest to design your version of an Estabrook Estie, and the winners will get a sticker created from their image. That sounds really cool, and I tell you what, I've got some ideas for some Esties that I would like to happen. I've got spring on the mind because I want a pink Estie. Maybe pink with a little bit of purple in it. Wouldn't that be nice? Prior to recording, I already created my sketch of the Estabrook pen. And all you got to do is make a really simple sketch. So what I did was, I'm not even going to draw the nib. I think that the nib is kind of a hard part of the pen to draw because of all the reflections. So what I'm drawing is just a basic shape of the pen itself. Because what I want to emphasize is the type of material I would like my Estie to have. I'm going to create mine out of ink, but you could create yours out of markers, colored pencils, paint, whatever you feel like making your pen with to reflect the type of Estie you would like to have. This is my sketch of the Estabrook Estie. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a plastic eraser. I'm going to erase part of the lines made with graphite, just so because I'll be painting this in with ink, and ink tends to be very sheer, that I don't really want a bunch of the pencil marks showing through. So I'm gonna lightly erase some of these pencil marks just to make it fade just a little bit. I can still see it, but it's not so obvious that it will show through with the ink. The reference photo that I'm using for this particular image, and it's actually a post that I just made recently. So I'm going to be looking at this on my iPad, and this is actually the image that I had sketched from, so you can kind of see it's kind of leaning the same way. So I'm going to have this off to the side so I can reference it. I have a palette here that has a bunch of different wells in it. I'm going to eyedropper some ink into it. It's really not a good idea to dip paintbrushes into your ink bottle because it can contaminate the ink. What you're probably noticing now is that as soon as the inks are in the wells, it's kind of hard to tell what ink is what. So what I did is I took a little bit of washi tape and I labeled exactly what each ink is. And another thing I add to my palette is some white gouache. And white gouache is great for after you go in and paint the pen itself. The white gouache will be used in order to add in some highlights. So let's get started with, bring this back. Now let's bring our drawing back. I'm gonna have the palette off to the side. Another thing you're gonna need is a paper towel and also a thing of water. And that's to rinse off my paintbrush every time I use some ink. So I'll have that off to the side here. thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some of the texturized elements of the resin. So like right here, there's all kinds of cool rectilinear shapes. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put this in here. Now that I have kind of a base color going on, I'm going to go ahead and add the next part here. The next color I'm going to apply is some purple. Now that I've got some purple and pink added, I'm going to go back in with some purple and I'm going to draw kind of like veins around some of the shapes just to make it a little more three-dimensional. Next, I'm going to take a dip pen and I'm going to use the gray ink to put in some areas around the pen that need a little shading where the light doesn't hit. And I simply just do that by taking the pen and running it through the ink like so. that a bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some white, use the white gouache to add in some highlights to give it more of a three-dimensional feel, if you will. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to form, using the gouache, a line right down the center, right here. And so, yeah, honestly, I really don't care if I'm covering up some of the design that I made already, because what happens is that it still shows through. You can still get the idea of what it is I'm trying to do here, what I'm trying to create. Yeah, kind of looking pretty good, I guess. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my dip pen and I'm going to go back into the gray ink, and I'm just going to emphasize some of these gray lines around the pen itself, because I kind of want to give it that sticker look. Yeah, I mean, it is for a sticker contest after all, right? Estie Candy Estie. Pretty thrilled about my entry, pink and purple, and we'll call it Candy. The next thing would be to post it to my Instagram account and be sure to tag it with hashtag #MyEstieSticker. Be sure that you're following Esterbrook's official Instagram account. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching and take care.